Hello everyone, Tiniestofchibis here, and today we're playing Genshin Impact. I probably should record the other one, but I'm a bit of an words ability to speak. I am on a time limit because we have 12 days for that shenanigans, and so I have to do this quest to be able to do that quest and to get all the rewards. I'm still haven't got enough shenanigans. Well, I might be able after I do this.
Everyone here today to make an important announcement.
Oh, she's doing a thing. And after the other one, to be able to do another tenor, which would be nice.
I am, in fact, planning to rebuild the Jade Chamber.
Rebuild the Jade Chamber? That's a huge project.
So the rumors are true. No wonder the price of building materials has gone up so much lately.
I ate a lot of food
The
today.
Jade Chamber means a
For
lot
lunch.
to Lady Ningguang. Getting
brunch.
involved in this would be a huge opportunity. Lady Ningguang, is there any way we can be of service?
Patience.
Probably throw
Since
that.
the news made it out
Or
a
I
few
could throw
days
the
ago,
rice
I
in there.
have already had many people contacting me to declare an interest in joining the project. Nevertheless, I do have a few matters I should like to entrust to you here today. The building site has been chosen, and most of the materials have been assembled. 3 key items are, however, still outstanding. They are as follows: Sunset Vermilionite, Wonder Cores, and Adepti Sigils.
Oh,
Excuse my ignorance, Lady Ningguang. I'm familiar enough with Plostrite, but I've never even heard of those other two.
okay. So the reason why I paused it, I just remembered that last time we were in the middle of a different thing. We were doing, I believe we were in Inazuma, and I was trying to open up the, the electro water thingamabob that's in the sky. And I was in the middle of doing that. So it might seem like a bit of a jump, jumping to that to the event, but you know, I almost forgot that was the thing I was doing because I've been, doing other shit, and I've been going through my depression and dealing with bullshit and like. Well, let's continue playing that.
Large pieces of
I might get ice cream,
or specifically,
even though I ate a bunch of food.
may earn
Maybe I'll let it
themselves the
settle down a
Sunset
little bit
moniker.
more before I go get ice
This
cream.
stone is what
Oh
allows the
shit! I
Jade
gotta
Chamber
also
to
take out the
float.
trash.
Wonder cores, meanwhile, are the central components of the mechanical structure of the Jade Chamber. Adepti
did a bunch of
sigils serve as a
housework,
means of integrating the mechanical devices with Adepti art. They are as indispensable
Stupid
as
phone.
the mechanical core itself. Although these 3 items are rare, I trust that with your connections and capabilities, procuring them will not be a question of if, but of when. I take the saying, time is money, more seriously than most. Efficiency is everything. I will pay a generous price for the materials that you find. And in addition, the first 3 people who collect all the materials will have the opportunity to ask me a question. You may ask me anything, and I will give you an honest answer. I trust that this means of compensation will be to everyone's satisfaction.
These things won't be easy to get hold of. But if it means a chance to get some inside information on Liyue Harbor's development plan for next year,
Then it's the deal of a lifetime. Information from Lady Ningguang is priceless. Whoever gets to it first takes the market.
Haha, what a coincidence. I won't divulge too much, but I heard some murmurings about some Plostrite just the other day. So excuse me all, but I have some business to do.
no. We better move quickly, or this opportunity will be snatched away from us.
Ningguang's rebuilding the Jade Chamber? This is a huge deal! Let's get involved!
Sometimes I wish you could just kind of put some tape over Paimon's mouth.
So you heard my announcement, did you?
There we go.
What do you think?
I would say so, but that
Interested?
sounds cruel. And I don't know, I can...
Providing the question pertains to something I am knowledgeable about.
Maybe I can find out more about my brother.
Really? Ooh, then Paimon will ask you about how to
I
run a
am...
business.
Okay, cool.
Then we'll never be short of Mora ever again.
Of course. But how much information I share with you will depend on your performance. The construction of the Jade Chamber requires a great deal of space. The abandoned mine outside the Golden House has been selected as the building site. Once you have collected the materials, please take them there. I have other business to attend to now. Otherwise, I would gladly escort you to the site in person. When you do arrive, please seek out my secretary. Remember, this is a race against the clock. A rare opportunity presents itself to you. Do not let somebody else snatch it from your grasp.
Ningguang seems super busy. Come on, we'd better get going. First, we gotta get out of Eugene Terrace. Huh? Look! It seems like there's something kind of fishy going on over there.
Ma'am, you seem like an eminent and distinguished
That was
young
weird.
lady
You
to
saw
me.
that, right? It was like a
I
weird
can see that
jinkiness.
you're easily gonna win
I
this
guess like the
procurement
background didn't
contest
upload
Lady Ningguang has set up.
for like a hot minute.
Happens. We have some information about the materials that I
Scarlu.
really think might
Scarlu?
interest you. Come on, let's
Scarly-
find somewhere a little more
Liu.
private.
Liu.
We can get down to brass tacks.
No, I don't need it.
That's Shinye.
Ah,
She's
don't
really
be like
pretty.
that.
I managed to get her on my main
Come
account,
on,
which was
don't
pretty
go.
awesome.
Why don't you stand there after her? Oh, right, yeah.
She the Brave. I have to respond to a freaking text message. Not a text message, but a respond to RP, but I haven't done so.
They said they had some useful information.
There it is.
Information's just what we need right now. Let's
Oh, look.
follow them and see what we can find out.
It's been a hot minute since I gotta gather all the shenanigans. Oh, you know what? I should mention, y'all know how, like, there was an issue where I said, like, you know, one of my supposed friends were, like, a complete another fucking dickweed and shit. You probably don't know, probably don't remember. But, long story short, guy was a fucking douche. And instead of coming and talking, like, the reason why he was a douche, because apparently there was an issue, and instead of coming to me and being like, hey, you know, I know we fucking joke around, but, like, I don't like it that when you know, try to joke around or something. I don't know, like, because, like, okay, so, like, this dude is, like, younger than me, so I like to, like, you know, call him a little kid, right? Oh, it's fun, you know, whatever. I mean, it's not even that bad compared to, like, you know, some of my friends, like, he's called, like, freaking, like, a goat fucker by some of my other friends and shit. And so it's like, okay. And, you know, there's some other shit that goes down, right? But I'm just calling him a little kid because, you know, he's, like, way younger than me.
Let's keep looking.
Like, about what? God, do I want to age myself? Like, he's like the same age. Or actually, no, he's younger than one of my brothers. He's like, he's younger than my one of my younger brothers. And, like, slightly older than my youngest brother. So he's like 18 or something like that, if I remember correctly. And so, but he's younger than me. And again, I just aged myself. Anyway. But, so it's like, okay. So it's not okay for me to lightly tease you about being younger. And yet, you allow the guys to call you a goat fucker. Like, constantly. And then there's some other, like, you know, crude jokes that are said in the group and shit. And I'm like, really? You're gonna be a douche canoe? And if you actually have a problem, which you shouldn't, you're going to go and fucking bitch about it and fucking talk shit behind my back? Which is fucked up, mind you.
Well,
And I already feel like a third wheel sometimes.
Nowhere left to run.
And, like, I feel like it's kind of like, oh, we don't give a shit, you know, whatever. And, like, I'll be honest, I'm, like, the only girl in a whole group of, like, what, 5 guys? So there's quite a bit, you know? And they're always having this, like, conversations off in the background, or, you know, they have all this shit. And I'm like, okay, you know,
So what? She's loaded.
way to make a fucking girl feel special by leaving her out of shit. And I get that I'm the only girl and shit. And, like, but still, you know?
If you still can't grasp
And,
that,
like, it just
I'm
pisses me
happy to
off, because,
repeat
like,
it in a way
the
that
two
won't be so easy to
assholes
forget.
who are fucking making an issue of the whole situation, which, mind you, again, is fucking stupid, because they're over here making bestiality jokes, and fucking, you know, lewd jokes, and fucking, you know, pedo fucking comments. And, you know, it's all in good fucking fun. But I make, oh, one little, like, oh, you're like a baby, or you're a little kid joke. And then all of a sudden, this fucking dude is acting like a fucking asshole bitch. And I'm like, you fucking pussy. Why the fuck are you acting like a fucking baby? And I don't mean this in, like, the fun joking way. I mean in, like, the fucking, you're being fucking retarded type of way. And it aggravates me, because I'm like, what the fuck? You know? And then, like, the reason why I'm mentioning this is because, like, today, or not, well, yes, technically it was today, because it was past midnight. But, like, one of my friends had reached out to me, because he was all like, hey, you know, I have your late Christmas present. And I was like, okay, cool, you know.
Let's call it fate.
And which was nice, you know, I'm not gonna deny, you know, it was nice. And, like, we just started talking about stuff, because, like, it's been a while since we talked, and it's not against my thing, because I try to reach out to these guys every once in a while, and, you know, I'm still sending them, like, text messages and shit, and, like, sending pictures in the group chat that we're all in. But, you know, I'm kind of, you know, either I'm kind of, like, sometimes I'll get, like, reaction pictures, like, you, or, you know, but whatever, it's mostly ignored. But I'm like, okay, at least they acknowledge that I'm here, you know? So anyway, like, I was talking to the guy, like, you know, and he wanted to know, like, you know, it was kind of like updating on what happened since we last talked and stuff. And I was like, you know, hey, here's all this stuff that was going on, you know, whatever. And as you guys know, like, I've mentioned it before, I was sick for a while. And given the fact that my temperature hit 103 on my, what, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, like 5 days with a fever of, like, 102. Well, technically it was like 4 days with 102, and then for the 5th day it jumped up to 103. What is the degree of, like, you dead? Hold on, because I'm curious. Also, if, you know, I am talking American, because I am American, so we use Fahrenheit. And I gotta respond to Shania.
No, apparently not.
Really? So how exactly have you...
Sure. Actually, how high is a fever?
That would be my stomach.
Is that what I'm
growling.
supposed to put?
I haven't eaten enough.
Okay.
She's so honest. Wait, that's right. They said you went around all the restaurants ordering this and that and the other, but only took a small bite of each dish. Then of course you're still hungry. So, anything in particular you're hungry for?
Chingson, glaze lily, violet grass. These are my usuals.
Those are all medicinal herbs.
Medicinal herbs?
Kinda hard to explain.
Do,
Anyway,
do, do, do.
Bubu Pharmacy's not far away. Let's take Shenhe there for a big medicinal meal. After all, you can't work on an empty stomach. Psst. Do you think Shenhe might be an adeptus? It seems like it's her first time in Liyue Harbor, and she doesn't seem to get how things work here. If she is an adeptus, that would explain everything. Where does she fit in with the other adepti, though? I'm super curious.
Oh, I'm supposed to move. I was looking at the thing on my bobby. But it seems like... But then again, if my fever had picked up to like 103, it probably would have been worse. If I had let it sit there for too long.
I do hope you brought your prescription.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Glaze lily and violet grass,
what 103 is a high degree.
What kind of
or high
prescription
grade,
is
sorry.
this?
I
Sounds
couldn't
more
read for like a hot
lunch
minute there.
order. Oh,
And
there you go. That's
104
everything we
is
have in stock.
potentially dangerous, and it says 105 is get medical attention. So like I had a high grade fever
Really eating them.
Thursday, which was concerning. And I was already at that point thinking, I wonder if it's going to get worse and if I'm going to die. You know, because like I was like hacking and coughing and, you know, like I believe I've mentioned it before, but I had pneumonia. So that was kind of fucked up. So like I was kind of in a pretty bad state. So, but yeah, and I mentioned it. I was like, I mean, I guess I could have died, you know. Because technically, I could have, you know.
Rather awful.
I really could have died.
Not completely devoid of sweet
Had, you know,
fragrance.
I not gotten
As
medical
consuming a
attention or
large
anything like
quantity
that,
of them,
my
bitterness
fever
is
could have
all
gotten
relieved.
worse, and well, but the fact that I was keeping in contact with my parents the entire time probably was best. And whatnot, and you know, and then like after mentioning that though, like
I'm not sure whether
I mean he was
remember
already
in the
kind of
future.
like I felt like he was trying to manipulate me, which made me feel really fucking uncomfortable.
Yearning for the food here shall only be
Like
an
I
obstacle to
honestly
my
felt
own
super
spiritual
uncomfortable because
development.
then he started talking about like,
Sampling each dish
oh,
in
you
order to
know,
appreciate its taste is
we
enough.
all have to get together and have a conversation about, you know, so that we can all be friends again, because I don't want, you know, us to end like
What
this,
are your plans from here?
because I once had a friend who died when we were like, because we were also having a conversation of like maybe meeting up one of these days and shit. But he was like, oh, we were doing the same thing. I was doing the same thing with my other friend, and he died. And then I have another friend who just kind of, you know, stopped showing up and shit, and not like all this stuff. And I'm just like, okay, and I don't give a damn. Like, yeah, you know, that's sad, and you know, you have my sympathy and shit,
However, you have shown me
but
your kindness.
I don't care,
To lend you my assistance.
you know?
Don't
Because,
worry.
like, the fucking assholes really fucking hurt me. You know, because I was like, okay, so you guys are gonna make me feel like shit. You're gonna talk about me behind my fucking back. You know, and all this bullshit. And then act like y'all fucking did nothing wrong. You know? And it's like, what the fuck? You can't fucking act like you're fucking innocent and shit. And it pisses me off. And like, and I'm fucking tired, because this is not the fucking first time I fucking had to be the one to forgive the fucking assholes who fucking treat me like shit, even though I'm not the one that did anything wrong. And yet whenever I fucking do that, they fucking do something else later down the fucking line.
Awesome.
that makes me feel like shit.
However, believe it will be highly
And so, like,
effective.
I was super fucking
We simply
upset.
need to dispose of everyone
And I'm
who's currently
still
ahead of us.
fucking peeved about that.
Then we alone shall become the
And it's like, what the fuck? You know? And they haven't even bothered to fucking, you know, attempt to fucking
But I hear
apologize
competition
for
is
it.
in essence about
Because,
conflict
like,
and
there's a way
one-upmanship.
for them to fucking apologize, but they don't fucking, you know, they don't fucking do anything about it. You know, they're just fucking, you know, acting like they're fucking innocent, which is bullshit. And, you know, like I said, like, it still pisses me off
I was wondering
that,
who I could hear arguing over there. So,
hold on, like,
you.
this jerk who torments me, because he's the only fucking cryo character, not cryo, but, Dendro, that we've seen, but we can't use his dumbass, because Dendro has yet to be implemented. Like, why? Why hasn't Dendro been implemented?
I did hear
Oh,
she's looking
sleepy.
to rebuild the Jade Chamber. Maybe for its first aid on
Look,
site?
the little
I
snaky,
didn't
so
ask,
cool.
though. Far
Okay.
be it from me to pry into my customers' personal affairs. Oh,
The snaky.
and she also borrowed
Snake.
Chi-Chi.
Anyway,
Meaning
this is
Boo
pretty
Boo
cool.
Pharmacy is
But, oh, where was I?
right now. I don't
Oh yeah,
suppose
so like
any
I
of
felt
you
like the
are
guy,
looking
like
for
he's supposed to be a neutral
part-time
party,
work by
but I
any
really kind of
chance?
felt like he was trying to manipulate me, and it just made me feel super uncomfortable. And I was like, I just felt icky, you know? And I was trying to tell him, like, you know, I don't want to talk to them. I don't want to deal with them. Because they haven't even apologized. And all I do is get mad. You know? Like, I can talk to you, and I can talk to our other two friends who didn't seem to have to deal with any of it. But I don't want to talk to the other two. Until they can give a sincere apology. Personally, if they grovel, that might be more appreciative. I'll be honest. But, like, besides that, I don't want to fucking talk to them. Because, like, they were fucking assholes, you know? And, like, if the, you know, like, if they want to, like, not talk to me, that's fine, too, like, you know? Because I really don't like fucking dealing with assholes. Like, I've been harassed and bullied far too long and far too much that I don't want to deal with it, you know? Like, when I'm able to, I just want to fucking relax and not have to deal with any of the bullshit, you know? Shit. Go to that one. Gemma is busy. The Secret of Natman? Secret of Natman. Secret. There it is. Navigate. Over here. Hold on, let me notify this shenanigans. Who the hell is over here? Ugh. Which teleporter's closer? They're about the same, I think. Anyway. So yeah, like... Also, the same person I was talking about who I felt like was manipulating me just sent me a message over Discord. So let's see what the Dirk says.
Come on, let's get moving.
Yeah, he just told me he had a fever. And I'm like, okay. And, like, he asked me if I redeemed the thingy, and I was like, yeah. Well, I said yes. So I said okay and yes. So I was answering 2 questions. But, like, it's still aggravating, you know? Because I'm like, dude, just let me be, you know? Why should I be forced to interact with people who are mean? Oh, there's a timer. So I don't know. I'm just kind of like in the state of like aggravation. And I'm just like, ugh, why do I have to deal with people, you know? Sometimes I just really wish I didn't have to deal with anybody. But what can you do? Oop. Where am I doing? What is this shit? Boop. Investigate. There's nothing over here. Weird. What is this thing having me do? What am I doing? What are they having me do? Huh. Everything's pretty normal. Is it here? This is the... Ah! Where am I going? Why is the teleporters? Like... I just wish the teleporters were closer. Whatever. Anyway, so yeah, that was just bullshit. And I don't know. And mind you, I talked to my sister about this earlier, mostly because I wanted to complain about fucking some other shit that happened, which I'll probably talk about in the next episode, because we really should end this episode. But, I'm gonna try to finish this little mission before going back to what we were doing. But, like, I ended up talking to my sister, and she said some shit, and I was mildly annoyed with her. But I was like, I mean, I was like, kind of thinking, man, probably shouldn't have talked to her and just talked to my brother. Because, like, but mind you, I really don't get to talk to him much because he's off doing, like, you know, his thing in a different state. Because, you know, I don't know if I mentioned it before, but if not, I'm not going to. Because, like, you know, I don't know if it's stuff that should be hush-hush. Super secret. What news? Blah. Okay. So that dude is done. Now who do I talk to?
Master Xingqiu, thank goodness you're finally back.
Wait, what am I...
Oh? Why do I
Dang!
detect an urgency in your voice?
Why is there 2 missions?
The guild has had a whole string of strange orders in recently. Everyone's been completely caught off guard. Your father gave me specific instructions to ask you to stay and help out if I happen to see you.
I know what it is.
Have someone sort the orders by type for now. I'll deal with them myself shortly.
I just remembered what it is.
Wonderful.
I was like,
Thank
what's
you,
going
Master.
on?
With you on the job, I can breathe a sigh of relief.
Hey, Xingqiu, glad you're here.
Well, and here. Because my water boy's on the screen. But, yeah, I'll finish, anyway, we'll finish what I was talking about and some other shenanigans next time. So, Tiniestofchibis is signing out.